Now, of course, you spent time a lot in the military throughout the years, but now you're with a very, I would say, edgy, cutting edge center now in Stanford University. Can you tell us a little bit about Gordian Knot? What was the idea behind it? Of course, we can check on website, but
Sure.
from you, from someone within, can you tell us a little bit about your center in Stanford?
So the interesting thing about Gordian Knot, first of all, as it relates to me, I am actually a volunteer with Gordian Knot. So I got started with Gordian Knot about a year and a half ago. They run a program in which students try to innovate for national security answers to thorny questions. They get questions that are real world questions for young students to try to solve, and a lot of them get solved in very innovative ways, and sometimes new initiatives are launched and companies are launched. And I joined them actually because I know the director, a guy named Joe Felter, pretty well from previous life when I was a defense attaché, and he was working in the Pentagon as a deputy assistant secretary of defense. And I got started with them, and I just went to them and said, look, I'm interested in the South China Sea. I see what you guys do here with hacking for defense. It's interesting to me. I feel like the South China Sea is a place that innovation should happen because, frankly, I don't understand the U.S. strategy, and it feels like we're losing in slow motion, and I'm not really sure what we're doing. So how about if I just start a project? And they said, okay. Being an innovation center, they were open to sort of randos coming in from wherever and saying, I'm interested in this. And a bunch of people just got interested in the same thing. So the weird thing about our project, which ended up, of course, being called Sea Light, is that we're all volunteers. And I have some interesting people on Facebook and Twitter who follow me and troll me and accuse me of all kinds of nefarious activities and involvement with the CIA. And I recently had one guy who said I had a $500 million propaganda budget. I wish. I actually have a $0 propaganda budget. I have a $0 anything budget. I'm living off of my military pension and a part-time job and my wife's job as a teacher, and doing what I do because I kind of have a passion for the Philippines. I love the Philippines. Of course, I've been married to it for a long time, and I'm interested in this topic.
Yeah, thank you for that. Of course, Joe is someone that many people involved in the Asia Pacific, in the Pacific affairs, have been familiar with. Of course, with some of us who have connections also to Stanford via Shorenstein Center, among others. Fantastic stuff there. And of course, there are also some very senior officials, including James Mattis, also involved there, right? With the center.
Yeah, Jim Mattis, of course, again, he was a defense secretary when I was defense attaché in Australia, and have had the chance to interact with him a few times because he is a regular here. He now lives up in Washington State because very late in life he decided to get married. He was known as the warrior monk.
I was about to. I was. Is he still a monk? I mean, I was about to ask, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No, he's
Oh,
now
wow.
happily married, and when he comes down, he's got a big smile on his face. So it's always great to see him. But yeah, we see him from time to time.
Wow. It's always good to see people having a new life after especially serving under an administration like that of Trump.